welcome back to the Spider's Web. And what we're doing is painting the Dragon Knight. You can imagine Dragon Knight, it would be in armour. We're doing it slightly different because his armour is going to be red and his cape is going to be green. As you can see, he's got have to do some skin tone for his face, but that's about it for skin tone. So it's a fairly straightforward model, this one, to do. Hopefully it shouldn't take long. So let's get cracking. I'm going to do for his skin tone, I want to give him a nice deep skin tone. Not someone who's been out and about and what have you. I'm going to be going with tanned flesh for this, the same skin tone that I used for the halfling sneak, and we'll just slap it on as it were. Oops, going off camera again. Seriously going to have to watch myself with that. Otherwise I'm going to be showing you something important and you're going to miss it because it's been off camera. Anyway. There goes his face. Now what we'll do is go over his armour with the tin bits. Let's give it a shake first. Okay. Everything's going to be metal because he's a knight, obviously. He'll be wearing armour. But he does have a sash behind his sword, which I'm going to do green. He has his cape, which is going to be green, but I'm going to do them two different shades of green. I'm going to do the sash, Dark Angel's green, and I'm going to do the cape, like the khaki green that we did on a few other figures, which will be the Castellan green. Or Castellan green. So it's just a case now of getting all the armour covered. We can do the sword as well, that's not a problem because it's going to be metal. I did mention before that I would do that because he was a Dragon Knight, I would do him in red armour. I think that seems a rather appropriate. What I'll do is I'll mix some red in with the Rune Fang steel. And that should give us a nice metallic red to work with. And also do his plume on his helmet red as well. So Let's start off and do his plume first. This is just a small. I've not done his helmet. I just realised that as soon as I picked him up I've not done his helmet. There you go. That's his plume done. I'll just get the tin bits back out again and do his helmet now while I'm waiting. I'm not actually sure whether to mix the silver with the red, or whether to put the silver on and then dry brush over with red to give it a red cast. That might seem a little more subtle and possibly a little nicer. Let's see how we go. But first we just need to get this helmet done. There we go. You see that okay? And next we'll do the base coat for the green. So I was going to do Castellan green for the cape and dark angel green for the sash. Okay, so let's get the Castellan green on the go first. Bring that down to cover the whole cape. I mean, what I could do if I wanted to be really technical about this, well, not technical, really fancy about this, is put a lining in the cape, so it's a different colour on the inside than it's on the outside. But you got the choice anyway whether you want to do that or not. I prefer not to. Okay, I've done it in some models. Other models I haven't. Most models I don't. There we go, I think that's all done. So I think that's all done. I know it's not all done, but I meant that area. Here we go. Nearly. And just a little bit on the inside between his legs, or between his ankles. Oops. Good enough camera again. There we are. Now, it's not going to be the most exciting of figures to paint, but we'll try and make up for it with the way he looks rather than the fancy modelling. Right, so don't want time breaker, we want Rune Fang steel. In fact, first of all, before that, I think I'm going to do, no I won't, I'll use the Runefang steel first, then I can make any adjustments afterwards. If I go over the sash, I can always paint the green over rather than trying to paint over metal again. There we go. And there we've got the armour done. And it's just a sword. Next we will do the hilt of the sword, which we will do in shining gold, and it's just a case of just dabbing this on. There's nothing really much we can actually see in the line of detail on this, because the moulding's not terribly good, or it's been obscured in some way by painting. But never mind, there we go. I think I'm going to put a little bit of gold on here just to break it up a bit. There we go, hope you can see that. Okay, now we can have a go at dry brushing the red onto the armour. I may as well get this done first rather than try to work around the green, because this is the bit that's going to be quite messy on the model if I'm not incredibly careful. There we go. There we are. Blood red armour for the Dragon Knight. And now we'll get out the blazing orange and we'll highlight the feather. Plume on his helmet. Alright. And to top it off, we'll just do a little touch of yellow on the very tip. So what I'm going to have to do is wash my brush and get a little bit more yellow on the very tip. Okay. I'm getting, oops, moving forward. Let's get his sash done. Yep. Oops. Ah, well, never mind. It's just quite fiddly trying to get some of this painted. I think that's why they've decided they were going to pre-paint these rather than just do it, but I prefer to paint my figures my way. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so there's the Dragon Knights all base coated. What I'm going to do now is just mix a little bit of the tanned flesh with a little bit of the oh, what do you call it? Screaming Skull or something like that. And make that a little bit lighter so that I can highlight his face, bring out some of his features. Oops, I think I've got a little bit too much of the Screaming Skull. I'm going to have to get some more of the tanned flesh. That's clumsy. Okay, hopefully that will be okay. And it's not much that we need to do. It's just a quick rub on the nose, above his eye, under his eye. There we go. That's that done. And now all that remains is highlighting. And for highlighting, all that we need to do is Goblin Green. And that will be going over the sash. That's it. And what's the other one? Elysian Green, I think it is. Yeah, Elysian Green. And this will be for the cape. And I'll just touch it here and there. and just lightly brush. I do like to see the folds of the cape appear as if by magic. There we are, and there's the Dragon Knight completed. As per usual, just go around the rim of the base with black. That's Agrex Earthshade. I want black. So that. And we are done. Hope you can see that. Hope you find that's better than the. I know it looks a bit too much in the light that we've got, but I personally think it looks a lot better as it is now than as it was when it was a pre-painted figure. So there's another one down. There's just 5 more to go. So until the next video, take care, God bless, bye for now.